honest with you. When this case first landed on my desk, I didn't know what we were looking at. We had reports of bodies going missing from cemeteries all across the city, and since nobody was calling in any ghouls or zombies walking around, we just didn't have a lot to go on. You see, most grave robbers are either in it for the loot, earrings, necklaces, open back suits, or they're there for a little graveyard and chill, if you know what I mean. But almost never do they take the entire corpse. We were at a loss, so we tried staking out a couple of the graveyards, but if you've ever been in a graveyard at night, you'll know that it gets pretty spooky, so ultimately, unfortunately, we had to give that up. Over the next couple of weeks, the case started to go cold, and just when I started to doubt that we would ever catch this guy, we got a call that a shovel was recovered from a fresh crime scene. And from that shovel, we were able to lift a print. Now, I know you're innocent until proven guilty, but I mean, just look at this guy. Okay, this is who the print belonged to. Right? I mean, if he didn't do this, he's definitely guilty of something. So we got the judge to sign a search warrant, and we executed that the next day on what I can only describe as a big creepy castle on the outskirts of town. Inside, we found the owner of that print, Mr. Igor Fritz, and his associate, Doctor Frankenstein, who turns out he actually is a doctor, but it's in political science from the University of Phoenix. But anyway, more importantly, the things they were doing inside of that castle were just heinous. There were dismembered body parts everywhere, flesh either sewn together or covered in electricity burns. And it appeared that they'd even brought a crude hodgepodge of a creature to life.
Did you say that they brought a creature back to life?
Yeah, a real anatomical nightmare too. I'm talking like a green hue to its skin, its arms and legs were all mixed-matched, and for some reason it had these big bolts sticking out of its neck.
So what did you do?
Well, we did what any police officer who doesn't understand something does, and we shot it a bunch of times. In my career, I see a lot of things, right? But this is one of those cases that's going to stick with me. I can't unsee what I've seen.
And what have you done to cope?
Well, I bury myself in my work, like a lot of people do. And like right now, we're chasing down a guy who comes out at night, wears a black cape, and just kind of starts sucking on people's necks. And I'd love to get that creep off the streets.